This is how everything started. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Magandang araw sa iyong lahat. Welcome po sa aking channel. In this video, I will take you to the beginning because I get a lot of questions from people that ask me, how do you get your information? What is your personal experience? How did you meet your wife? And things like that. So I will try to give an answer on most of those questions, kind of biography. So if you want to know how everything started, just keep watching. If you didn't subscribe yet, don't forget to click the red button down the video. Don't forget also to click the notification bell to get updates when new videos are uploaded. As you maybe already know, my name is Andy. I'm an ordinary 37-year-old boy who had a love for the Eastern food from an early age. I used to have some Thai friends who stayed here in Belgium. My best friend also been married to his Filipina wife for 20 years now. When my marriage with a Belgian woman came to an end, I got in touch with a Filipino beauty through my best friend. It was in November 2015, but because of her contract in Dubai, it was not possible until March of 2017, and that it was able to meet her in person. Through all those hours of chatting and Skype, we really got to know each other, and we knew that if the click was actually there in real life, we wanted to spend our life together. So before I left, I got all the necessary information about possibilities, procedures to spend our life together. But I noticed that there was many conflict reports. I had bought a GoPro for my 6 weeks trips to the Philippines, and I started filming every moment. I did my stopover in Dubai, where I met my girlfriend, her friends and her employer, and where we flew together to the Philippines after 1 day of staying. Now, I quickly noticed how beautiful, fascinating and diverse the Philippines are and its people. I felt at home here very quickly, and I was therefore able to adapt quite quickly also. Only the less rushed life required an extra effort because the rhythm of the life is really on a different level. After some delays on the domestic flight, I arrived on the island of my girlfriend. I immediately understood why so many had lost their hearts here, and I experienced the same. I was happy that I could stay longer than 2 weeks because returning to Belgium was going to be a painful moment. That was already clear. After staying for 3 weeks with my future in-laws and traveling around for another 3 weeks, the time had come to return to Belgium. Leaving my future wife, we were officially engaged in the meanwhile, was really a painful moment. And also the tropical temperature, the beautiful beaches and the delicious food was missed enormously when I landed here in Zaventem in Brussels. The step from a dream to reality was enormous, and the cold wind when I was leaving the airport immediately woke me up. And then everything didn't even start yet. My fiancée, she provided all the documents in the Philippines, which has not without any struggle. And then it was my turn. I already prepared a part of the necessary evidence during our trip, but the necessary evidence from the chats and the Skype had also been collected, and a laptop that was no longer functioning properly could make it a lot harder. So I wanted to prepare our file really well so that the chance of a refusal would be small, because we both knew that we wanted to continue our life together as soon as possible. A refusal would only extend the time and would become a very, very painful moment. When I was arranging all the necessary documents, translations, here in Belgium, again I crossed some contradictions, and in order not to take any risk, I therefore provided extra documents, extra evidence. I searched for information everywhere. I asked people who had already done the same before and also went through the same procedure, and I learned a lot from this. I thought about starting a YouTube channel with my travel stories and hotel reviews, and I was already starting editing some videos. I was already a Google guide, but because of the much work and especially the many research, it was not going really smoothly, and the file was top priority. So when my videos were finished, I still didn't have the confidence to put them online, and so they were removed again. In a later point of view, it was not a good decision, but some resorts, they came up in my travel stories and reviews. They were no longer up to date due to renovations. Now the people had to wait even longer before they could set their eyes on the beauty of the Philippines. Now the compilation of the file, it exhausted us completely. And I thought this could not be the intention. If anyone in this modern time had to suffer like this to collect the necessary info and documents, and you would exhaust yourself so emotionally because a long distance relationship is already really hard, and then had to run around for those documents and to analyze the requirements. This could be done easier. So I thought to explain the required documents you can find online and explain where you can get the documents in an easier way, and especially give some advice using tricks. What better way to spread it online through YouTube? Everyone can access it, it's free, and hearing and explaining something is often easier than when you have to read and analyze it on paper. But we were still working on our file, and we were not sure if it would be approved from the first time, because if it's not the case, then there was something wrong with the information that I collected, so I had to wait for this first. I didn't want to make a daily vlog because this would be very boring and not very informative, since that the procedure could take long, but seeing it afterwards would have been beautiful and an emotional memory for us, because we had to wait so long for the result. I traveled back to the Philippines in October 2017, so I could bring back papers that were about to expire, in case the answer would be negative, of course. And of course I've missed my fiance very much. Skyping every day for 3 hours and chatting all day, it's not the same as being with each other. So October is not the ideal time to travel to Manila due to the rain season, but even it rained 9 of the 12 days that I was there, my heart was clearly there. So I had even more motivation to make a YouTube channel to help people in their search through the administration. But on the other hand, I also wanted to show the beauty of the Philippines to anyone who was even slightly interested. People I talked with, they said I was so passionate about the Philippines and I should use this to clarify this undervalued and misunderstood country. But the procedure was still not finished, so I kept on filming and not much happened in the editing area. When the immigration website changed on December 18th, our heart stood totally still. It said granting visa on submission of additional documents. So for us, it meant it was a negative result. But the joy was overwhelming when my fiancée received an email from the embassy 4 hours later that the visa had been approved. she would receive her visa if she could present the Schengen insurance and airline tickets. So again, some information that could be really misinterpreted, because with some friends it just said approved instead of our text there. Because of the holiday that was approaching, everything had to go fast, and here too we had to deal with unexpected obstacles. But just before New Year, my fiancée was finally able to travel. After her arrival in Belgium, I had the idea to start making the videos, but here again there were obstacles, so again everything was postponed. In my head that was not bad, because I was still stage frightening and became really sweaty if I thought of seeing myself on YouTube. When everything was finally over, my wife was integrated and everything was a little bit cooled down, I started recording my first video in June 2019. This was not without a struggle. There were many issues involved, learning to speak in front of the camera, and then the editing part was also not an easy task. When my first video was finished in mid-August, it was with a scared heart, where it would be appreciated by both the Belgian and the Filipino community, and especially whether official offices would complain or not. But I felt that the difficult, understandable documents should be translated into human language, so that everybody would have equal chances on holding their loved ones in their arms. Not everybody has the financial resources to hire a lawyer to obtain all the necessary assistance. Immediately there was some response, and especially the positive comments, they gave me the boost to continue. It's not easy to combine this with my full-time job, helping my wife in the household, and consistent making and editing videos, and also replying on emails and private messages for more information on specific topics. The demands for videos is increasing, and it's impossible to make all videos at once and throw them all online. So there are some viewers that have to have a little patience on their favorite topic. In the meanwhile, I already have several videos in different subjects, but because of the whole corona situation, I had to postpone my videos about traveling to the Philippines and traveling in the Philippines. I think especially with these videos I can open up people's eyes who are unfamiliar with the beauty of the Philippines, and I can pass my love for this fantastic country, because it is and it remains an enchanted country. The variety and yet delicious food, the endless views of both sea and mountains, and the volcanoes, they are breathtaking. Not to mention the enchanted sunsets. After my first night with the family, I got up with them at 4 a.m. to drink coffee, and I remember I sent a message to my parents in WhatsApp because they were also curious and wondering how it was like, because I was traveling alone with my fiancée. And I sent it to them. I really woke up in a 1-million-star hotel, and many would follow. Now, they laughed at this, but they knew there will be a day that I will trade Belgium for the country with more than 7,100 islands. So this is how everything started. Now you know why I love the Philippines so much and why I want to make these videos, because I had a lot of obstacles myself. And it took really long to figure everything out. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't subscribe yet, you can subscribe here on top on the round circle or on the red button down the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Paalam. Tot ziens.